Can you cut hay in November in northern Canada? Well, apparently you can. I thought I would do this video today, go out to the land and talk about it, because we're in November now and the hay was just cut. There's some bales yet to pick up, but the guy that cuts it for us, he took a lot out of here already in the last couple of days. So yeah, we're really loving it up here. We've been up here for 3 years. We've owned this property and we have 80 acres. There's about 5 acres that the house is on and garage, and then the rest of it is bush and some forest and hayland. But we don't have any equipment or anything like that. So actually, when we first moved here, someone came to the door and he said, "I'd like to get your hay. If I cut it and everything and give you some firewood, would you be willing?" I thought about it for about a second. I said, "Sure," because we have a wood stove and we need wood. Well, that's perfect. Well, that only lasted 1 year, and then the guy bailed out. He had some disagreement with the farmer that he lined up. I didn't know at the time. I thought he had his own equipment, but he didn't. He made a deal with that guy, and I don't know what happened. That deal went sour, and that was it. So the next year we were stuck with the hay like that. So I went into town and asked, who does hay around here? Who would like some hay bales or something? And they gave me a number to a couple people, and I called one, and I called 3 actually, and only one called me back. And he said, "Sure, I'm willing to do it, but I don't have anything to give you, and you can have some of the hay." And I thought, well, we don't have animals or nothing, and I don't want the hay. Like, what am I going to do with it? Like, we just sit here. So he was cutting it. So it's 2024 now. So 2021 there was a deal to get firewood. 22, that guy that we found. 23, that same guy. And this year he wasn't cutting it. He actually came in the spring. He tried to cut some, and he said it's way too wet. Like, there was so much rain this year. It was just, the field was water everywhere. And he said it was just jamming up his equipment. So he said, "I'll be back in the fall and I'll do it then." So I quadded out here. That's why it's nice to have this kind of machine, because we can go anywhere on our land with it. There's the pup. There's Cassie. So yeah, he cut it all. But it's November now and he just finished it. We don't have snow yet, but it's not unheard of that we could have snow already. There could be a foot of snow on the ground already. We're just lucky right now. Like, you're in November here in northern Canada. Tomorrow could be a foot, you know. Next week could be 2 feet. Like, who knows? First winter we were here, it was a record snowfall, they said. But anyways, I'll tell you the story about the hay, how it got cut, the hay. It's a nice sunny day today. It was really cold last night, -10 Celsius. That's pretty cold. And now it's about +3. I don't know, it's about 38 degrees Fahrenheit or something. So it's nice in the sun, but you go in the shade, it's kind of chilly. So got the hat on already and a thicker coat, and like I said, there could be a foot of snow. But anyways, what happened was, he said, yeah, he'll come back in the fall like he normally does, and he'll cut it then, because he couldn't cut it. And we weren't worried or nothing, but it was getting kind of late. My wife was saying, her name's Kulika, "When's he gonna cut the hay?" I said, "He was here in the spring, he'll come." And it's getting later. Finally, it was right near the end of October. We came for a walk out here, and we were kind of frustrated. My wife said, "Well, he's not cutting it." And so, you know, I called him. Actually, I called him a couple weeks before that, and I said, "Are you gonna cut the hay? Like, I don't want to push you or nothing, but it's getting late." "Well, if you have somebody lined up, get them." I'm thinking, who would I have lined up? He was the guy. I said, "We don't have anyone lined up. You're the person." I didn't know that we should be looking for someone else. But I heard, you know, it was quite a good harvest this year, and they had a lot of good crops, and that's priority, right? Crops they can sell. But he has animals too. He needs feed. But anyways, I said, if you can do it, like, it's getting late. He said, "There's a little time." I was like, "Yeah, what time? It could snow any time." And anyways, we were walking. I said, next year I'm going to go in the spring. I'm going to go hard at it and advertise, maybe put some signs up. And call the realtor that sold the place to us and ask if he knows it, because he's a farmer, a retired farmer, and he went into real estate. And lo and behold, we got back to the house after the walk. I saw all this farm machinery pulling up. The tractor, the baler, trucks, big trucks. Like, I'm thinking, holy cow, he's gonna cut it. He cut it in 2 days. He cut it and baled it in 2 days. They were working at night even. It was cold. There was some cold evenings, but I couldn't believe it. Maybe his ears were ringing, right? He thought, if I don't cut that, maybe they'll get someone else. Like I said, there's a few bales left. They took about 4 trips I saw them make to get the bales out. There's still some sitting here. But couldn't believe it. We just got back to the house and we were saying, yeah, that's it, we'll get someone else next year. We just didn't know we were supposed to look. Then he came and he cut it, like. And you know, I asked them, I said, if you don't get to it, can you cut it next year? Is that a problem? He said, no, that's not a problem, no problem. I told my wife there, maybe he just said that to get rid of me, right? Like, why did he come in a hurry there just the other day and do it all? And so quick he did it all. Like it's all dry here. There's no moisture anymore. So they cut it and baled it right away. But maybe the quality, right, is that next year cutting it when it's twice as long and you got that old growth underneath. I don't know. You guys, anybody out there farms, I don't know anything about it. Does the animal get anything from it? Like if it's old? You know, when you start getting those willow trees growing and, you know, maybe it's not a good quality of hay anymore. There's so much other stuff growing with it, it's overgrown. I know it can be cut, but I probably would get a bill for $2,000 to cut this. I don't want to pay anything. Like, we were doing the deal with the firewood and then the hay, so why would I want to pay? But what do you guys think? Do you know? Like, can you leave it 2 years and then cut it and get something out of it? But he rushed here in a hurry, so he must have thought it's better to cut it now. He just said that to get rid of me when I called. He said, oh no, you can cut it next year. Yeah, but who, right? I'd start getting guys and maybe they wouldn't like the quality. They'd say, well, you know, I'd like a better quality. And so, what do you guys think? Do you know anything about that? Because I'd like to know for the future. Can you leave it 2 years and still get a good, like, can animals still get nutrition out of it? Like, will they eat it? Because if we made a deal with a farmer, I got to know that he might tell me it's no good and I need $1,000 plus the hay. Like, I don't know. So any farmers out there watching, please give me some advice. Yeah, we're enjoying the last few days. This is beautiful. It's beautiful today. It was really cold last night, really cold, thick frost. We keep this inside a heated garage. So this is going to be babied, this unit. And we'll still take it out in the winter because it is a 4-wheel drive and it's a true 4-wheel drive vehicle. You can lock all the wheels in and they all turn. So you should be able to get out of anything. Your only concern is the ground clearance there. You can't go in too deep of snow because you need those tires to get traction. If they're just spinning, then you can't get out. So if there's not much snow, you can dress warmly and everything and you can still take it out. And I'm not going to get a plow for it. Like, you can put a snow plow on it, but figured it out, it's around $2,000 with tax for the one from CF Moto. Now maybe there's some other ones. Also, does anyone know about that? Do you know blades that would fit a machine like this that are better price? Because CF Moto wants like $2,000 with tax in Canada. And I need that money for other things, so we're not going to use that for pushing snow. But yeah, guys, what do you think? Do you think, isn't that kind of late to be cutting hay? So like I said, leave a comment below. Can you let hay go a couple years? Because it almost got to that. He said if you got someone else lined up. Well, I would have phoned him and said, don't bother coming, we got someone else. But I was happy with what he was doing because we don't need it. As long as he cuts it and he takes the hay, someone's getting it, and that covers his cost. Like, it's labor and gas, wear and tear on his machines. He needs the hay, he'd have to buy it maybe. So he gets the hay out of it. So it worked all right with us. Why would I be looking for someone? But now I'm thinking maybe next year I still should look. Maybe someone can swap firewood or something. Like, I know someone told me, oh, it's a 2/3, 1/3 rule or whatever it is, 60-30, or I don't know. They keep 2/3 of the hay, you get 1/3, but I don't need hay. So maybe some firewood or some lumber or something. But I need time to look for someone. So give a big thumbs up if you enjoyed this, and let me know, how long can you leave hay? And isn't that late, waiting till November to cut it? See you in the next one, guys.